Good morning to you. Figuring out how to send this. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's going to be just another moment or so. I want to get it all set up. And okay. Recording. How about that? All right. I'm give a thumbs up to that. All right. I'll be back. And I'm going to grab my beverage. And there's my alarm saying it's almost time to start the class. So I'll be right back. Maybe we'll do a little singing bowl intro before we start. All right, I'll be right back. 1 second. I need to close this too. Okay, BRB. Hi, my dears. At about the top of the hour, in about 8-9 minutes, I'm going to be letting some folks into the room. And so we'll have a little prequel to the class today. Beautiful morning. I'm a late riser. I rarely get out of bed before 7 o'clock in the morning. Is that late? 8 o'clock, sometimes 11. I let myself rest when I can, unless I have an appointment. I try not to make any appointments before noon or 1 o'clock. Oh, gosh. All right. Well, welcome. Bodacious Mondays, a body positive, inclusive yoga class. And it hasn't quite started yet, so I want to give you a little bit of grounding and relaxation, and probably will repeat the same in just a few minutes. So here we are. Bless yourself. I needed that this morning. Excuse me, I have some systemic phlegm going on this morning. I'm checking the time. We have about 4 minutes before the class starts. So I wanted to give a little bit of a big gratitude to those of you who are tuning in today and who have signed up for the class, the 6-week series. I really appreciate you. It's been a really beautiful experience for me as I've moved through my the body image stuff that I carry in my consciousness and my subconsciousness that was given to me through time. And I think that some of us are trained to perpetuate this negative body image that we have. And I know for myself that as a kiddo, my mom was really concerned about my weight. And she was concerned about her weight too. And her mother was concerned about her weight too. So so my grandmother, my mother, it was the times, it was the 50s where people smoked to stay thin. And what's interesting is on my father's side, they're larger people. They have larger bodies. My dad was like 6'4", 6'5", something like that. And he often weighed 400 pounds. He was a big dude until he got sick. He had cancer and then he got thin. It was really weird to see him in a smaller body, but that's how he was, I mean, that was his process. So, excuse me 1 second. Hot liquid. What I know throughout my life is that I've been on the quest to figure out what the fuck is wrong with me. Why am I in a big body? I was gonna say, why am I fat? Why do I have fat? I've been on this quest my whole freaking life, whether it was given to me or because it was supposed to be part of my experience, whatever the case may be. It is what it is. And so part of that is that I have learned that when I was looking at my baby pictures, I saw that I've always been a big kid. From the time I was a baby, through adolescence, through being a teenager. I mean, as a teenager is when I really started to be super conscientious or self-conscious about what my body looked like. So I'm going to pause right there because it's about time to start. Let's see, let anybody in here. Okay. Alrighty. So I might do that for the next 5 minutes or so, but so please forgive me as I do that. I need to figure out I'm figuring it out. Oh my gosh. So today's class is about pranayama, the breath. The breath, the air. So as I take a deep breath into my body, my whole body, every delicious, luscious part of my body, I bring myself into this present time and space. And I invite you to do the same. So welcome to Bodacious Mondays, a body positive, all-inclusive class that mixes Kundalini yoga with body for all, or yoga for all, excuse me, body for all too, if you choose. And I'll give you a little short story about why I do this. Throughout my experience in this body, I've always been really hyper conscious and hyper aware of how I fit into things or into life in general or in communities, or because my longing to belong. And my longing to belong has driven a lot of what I've experienced in life, including addiction. I wanted to belong as a youth, like 8, 9, 10 years old. I went to a school that had a higher income bracket, but I came in on a bus from another neighborhood. It was the late 70s, and in Portland, Oregon, where the segregation kind of thing. I wasn't a part of the segregation movement, but I lived in the same areas as where the kids who came out of the segregated neighborhoods came in to be bused into the schools, the white schools. I just happened to also live in those neighborhoods, but I didn't go to those grade schools. My mother wanted me to have a better education, and she knew that the inner city schools, she believed I wouldn't get one because it was a poor neighborhood, even though we were poor as fuck. She worked a lot. She didn't want us to have the appearance of being poor. And so, even though she struggled and struggled and struggled and didn't have a lot of money, it was literally, she was a waitress. So, however much she could get in tips is how she could support us. Right. And so, there was always this sense of fear and scarcity around food. Not that we would never have enough food, but I remember her being very, very frugal and mindful, which is a beautiful thing. I think that that's wonderful. Be very frugal and mindful about the food that we eat, and about conscientious about how much we're spending. I get that. I get that energy now. And as a little kid brain, it was like, let me get what I want. I mean, when you take one to McDonald's, and she did buy Coca-Cola out in the bottle, right? The eight pack. And she'd give me the end of it to drink. Right. And so, anyway, I digress with that. So, the scarcity piece. And I remember going to this school that had kids who had really nice clothes and penny loafers and monograms on their sweaters and 501 Levi's. And that was like a thing of polo shirts. And I just wanted to belong. And I was always the kid that was a little bit bigger than everybody else in the class. Always. Maybe there was like one or two other kids that were in larger bodies also, but not really. As I got older, I was definitely either on the brink of being larger or the largest one in the class. So I internalized that, and I was introduced to speed when I was a freshman. And, oh, here, take this pill, like cross-tops or something, or caffeine pills. And I would take them and run and eat and drink Diet Coke and one wafer a day of like a chocolate wafer thing. And that was it. And so I really tried to control my weight. And I when I was about 14, I think that was the only time that I was ever like around 130 pounds. And even at 5'1" or 5'2", that was considered a little bit overweight, because it was like 110, 105, 115 was the max. I was like, Jesus Christ, like I could never get down to that weight. And so as I went through life and tried to manage and stay small, stay small, stay small, because that was the messaging I had. Scarcity is small. It's not about abundance or prosperity. Scarcity is small, or small is scarcity. And to be small, to be humble, don't shine, don't be bigger than me, don't be better than me, don't be smarter than me. That was the messaging I got. That's what I heard. And that's what I internalized. So it took me a long time to be out and to be bigger, but I did it secretly. I would steal money to go get sugar. And then I would binge it in my bedroom and stuff the little wrappers under my mattress. And sometimes my mom would find them because she would clean my room. She said it was a pigsty, which, I mean, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but it was pretty messy. I'm still the same way. I'm kind of a messy kind of gal. I mean, whatever. So anyway, my point of this going forward is, or as I continue, is as my body is expanded and shrunk and expanded and shrunk, I finally understand that I don't need to change my body to be loved. I don't need to change my body to be accepted. I don't need to change my body to do yoga. I don't need to change my body to do art or to do massage or to pursue my dreams. I was told one time that I couldn't apply for a job at Olive Garden to be a server. This was almost 30 years ago, because they didn't hire people like me in larger bodies. Mind you, I mean, I've been 200 pounds, over 200 pounds in this body for 30 years, 31 years. And so it might, unless I was controlling, right? Unless I was controlling. And then I got down to my lowest weight was 176. And I worked at it. I worked hard at it. And I could never really get past that point. I finally stopped with the obsession of the restricting. I couldn't handle restricting anymore. It was too much. It was I could change it around and say I was being mindful and and I was um, being disciplined. The thing is, I'm a grown ass woman and I don't need to be disciplined. I'm not a child anymore. I don't need discipline. What I need is gentleness and love and kindness and peace and guidance, not discipline. Because that's what my little girl inside my head said. Oh, you need to be disciplined. Disciplined to me when I was a kid was getting smacked around. I don't need to be disciplined. I want and desire and need to trust myself. I am an adult. I get to trust myself, and I'm brave enough to trust myself. And I trust myself enough to be brave and to listen to what is happening inside my body, what I need, what I desire. And so as I started to do that, I am working with a counselor and a nutrition therapist who is a body positive, mindfulness, intuitive eating coach. And we don't talk about what kinds of foods to eat. I came up with that. What I listening to my body, what do I need to reduce inflammation? Because I have some inflammation in my joints. I didn't wake up with inflammation in my joints this morning. That's cool. So because I didn't wake up with inflammation in my joints this morning, I look back, what did I eat yesterday? Oh, let's do that again. If I wake up with inflammation in the morning and I can't close my hands for whatever reason because of inflammation, then I look back, what did I eat before I went to bed? Okay, I probably won't do that again. I might, but I probably won't. But then I might. So there's a lot of coming back to center for me. What I have understood the last 11 years that I've been up and down the scale 100 times by 100 pounds, well, 100 times, like 14 times within 50 to 100 pounds of losing and gaining and losing and gaining and losing and gaining is that every time I restrict and I eat small portions and I eat um, the foods like the foods that are on a specific meal plan, my body gets smaller. As soon as I eat intuitively, my body gets larger. So, do I trust myself or do I trust what other people tell me? So, I've decided to trust myself. I thought that I couldn't be a yoga teacher because I was in a larger body. Because what is represented in social media is white, cisgendered women in thin bodies. Sometimes they're very carved, muscular, but usually small, tiny bodies. They're people like that look like me aren't represented. Black men and Black women are rarely represented. There are a couple of really great yoga teachers out there who are more public, and I really admire them and I appreciate them so much. And I took a course from Amber. I'm sorry, I forgot your last name. Amber and Diane Bondi, and it was the Yoga for All. And that was a very wonderful experience because for the first time I heard move your flesh out of the way if you need to get into a certain position and or change more accurately change the position to fit your body, change the position of the yoga experience to change your body or to I'm sorry, change the position to fit your body. Change the position to fit your body. change what's going around to fit your body. So I internalize that as my mantra. I am not going to sit on the sidelines and not do things because my body is in a different space right now. So why not just live? Yeah, being thinner in a thinner body, 176, 180 pounds, has its advantages logistically, but it didn't make me happy. I'm happy today. I definitely logistically like doing some moves or running around. I don't even like to run, so who cares, right? But being able to move my body in a certain way or fit into a certain chair, logistically, yeah, it's a little easier. But I can still sit in chairs and I can still move my body. I can still walk. I have a different sway in my hips now. And it jiggles a little bit more. And I get to wear shirts like this. Oh, it's a little bit backward, but all right. So shall we begin? Thank you for listening. But that's what this is about. This is about body positivity, accepting your body just as you are. If you're in a thin body, you're in a thin body and you're beautiful. If you're in a larger body, you're in a larger body and you're beautiful. Whatever, differently abled, neurodiverse, it's all beautiful. And I love you. And I'm so glad you're here. All righty, let me check this out. All right, we're good to go. Just checking any participants. I don't have my glasses on. Nope, we're good. Okay, everybody's in. So, excuse me. You're going to need one of these. I am. So if you want to grab one, excuse me. Is that gross? Is that gross? I think I've always kind of got grossed out when people would blow their nose in front of me. I kind of got over it though. I'm trying to anyway. So what we're going to do first is to tune in, and it's Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Alrighty. Rub the palms together, warm yourself up. Your hemispheres of your brain. Good. And press your thumbs into your sternal notch. Get nice and cozy. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Lower your shoulders, tuck in your chin just a little bit. Your eye gaze is at your third eye, right here at your brow point. Your eyes are closed. Inhale. Root in with your rear. Exhale. Inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale. Suspend the breath. Exhale. And now we're going to chant Mangala Charan, which is the protective mantra that protects our aura, our magnetic field as we do this practice. Follow along if you know it. If you don't, you're welcome to mentally vibrate. Adgare name, Jugadgare name, Satgare name, Siddhi Gurudeve name. Adgare name, Jugadgare name, Satgare name, Siddhi Gurudeve name. Adgare name, Jugadgare name, Satgare name, Siri Gurudev Name. Inhale. Apply mole bond, which is pulling up on the perineum. In with the lower abdomen. Exhale, relax the posture. Good morning again. Welcome. We're going to be doing the pranayam basic breath series from the Kundalini lineage. And so we're really going to be enlivening our body and regenerating our body with the breath. This year of 2020 has been such a huge breath experience between the I can't move, I can't breathe, to the riots and the tear gas and the COVID experience, plus the wildfires here in the Northwest, around the world, really. A lot of wildfires this year, plus the wind of the tropical storms and the hurricanes that have been happening. And then this deep breath of getting through the election. It's been a wild ride. Oh my gosh. And then me personally, and maybe some of you as well, experiencing some asthmatic experiences. Anyone else that may be using some breathing apparatuses to sleep or otherwise. Yeah, it's about the breath, which is life, right? They say water is life. Yes, it is. Breath is life. We can go without water a lot longer than we can the breath. So we're going to really focus on that this morning. I'd like to do a couple of warm-ups before we start to get the spine warmed up. And so if you'll get cozy, and this is easy pose, which is crisscross applesauce. And so if you'll place your hands on your legs or in front, up to you. And what we're going to be doing is called Sufi grind, and you're going forward and leaning back. You're keeping your chin very level. And so you're pivoting on your pelvic bowl. If this was your pelvis that you're sitting on, you're pivoting around the pelvic bowl and really allowing for a stretch in your low back and opening up that opening. The pelvis is a round, it's open. And so if you have stuck energy, you can actually release it down and out through the pelvis. It's such a bigger opening than the crown, right? The crown is this smaller, the fontanel. And so, and we don't really have too many more openings here in our body, but we definitely have a physical opening where we can really release that energy that is stagnant or no longer serves you. So let's do that. You ready? Okay, so you're going to inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Good. Keep going like that. Good. Keep going. And I'm going to put a little bit of music. I promise I will. I don't know. They might block it if I play music. Dang it. I need to get some rights or something. Inhale forward, exhale back. Good. Your focus is right here at the brow point with your eyes closed. Inhale forward, exhale back. Good. Reverse. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Keep going. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Good. Slow it down just a little bit to really feel any spots in your lower body or upper body even that might need some attention. Oh, yeah, I feel that on my left side a lot. I need to do some stretching. This is a good way to stretch too. Inhaling forward. All right, then speed it up. Good. All right, then. Inhale forward. Exhale. Relax. Alrighty. Now we're going to warm up the upper spine and the mid spine by doing some spinal twists. So your 3 fingers or 4 fingers will go in the front, your thumb in the back. Raise your arms parallel to the ground, and you're going to inhale left, exhale right. Inhale forward or center. Apply more bond, squeezing up on the perineum, in with the lower abdomen. Exhale and relax. Good. And one more for good measure. We're going to place, throw on glasses. Place the palm of the soles of your feet together. If that's not available to you, then if you're sitting in a chair, you can put your feet together or just place them on the ground. Or if you're sitting in a chair, and much like me, my feet don't touch the ground often, let them just relax. It's okay. And if you're sitting in a chair, you can do this motion, lift your knees up. If you're sitting on the ground, we're going to be doing butterfly like this. Good. And you're going to just be long, deep breaths. Good. Can't quite see my feet there. You pull them in as close as you can, as close as you want, whatever's available to you. Move your flesh out of the way if you want to. Or you can have your legs way out here. Again, with the feet, knees. Bring them in. Good. Keep going. We're opening up that pelvic bowl, our hips. Good. Keep breathing. Alrighty. Inhale up, squeeze, hold. Exhale and relax. Bring your legs straight out. Give them a little shake. Give them a little shaky shake. Good. All right. So I wanted to offer a class where people who are seated or who would like to do it seated, if you have back problems or anything neurological going on, this is a great class for you and for me too. All right, I look at my notes, if you don't mind. All righty, so there are some really beneficial reasons to breathe, besides living, right? Besides needing it to live. And something about the prana, the quality of prana is processed through the breath. And what I mean by prana is your life force. The quality of your life force is processed through your breathing. So if you are a shallow breather, a lot of women are shallow breathers naturally because when we're pregnant, whether we ever carry a child or we don't, we still have the mechanism to breathe more shallowly because we are capable of carrying a child genetically. So we may have a tendency to come back up into our upper chest to breathe. Also, the upper chest breathing that shallow breathing is also good for times of stress. Now, I'm not saying it's good for stress. What I'm saying is it feeds the ability to handle stress. I'm not saying that right. So when you're in a situation where you're in trauma, or you're threatened in some sort of way, where you have to flee a situation. You're 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 compromised. We don't often take deep breaths to get out. It's like start to panic, right? And people say, breathe, 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 because that heightened state of awareness allows for that quick breathing, shallow breathing. So anytime that you find yourself in a stressful situation, check your breath. Oh, am I breathing? When you start to find your body is starting to really grip yourself, breathe. Take a few deep breaths. It might take you a few repetitions to really get the full expansion of your lungs. I encourage you to give it a shot. Anytime you start to feel yourself drop right into your breath, it will help, I promise. It might not help the situation, but it will help you to be able to see and feel clearly what's going on. Alrighty, so the prana is processed through both nostrils, and there are different qualities that are associated with each of the nostrils. There's about every 90 to 100 and every hour and a half to 2 hours, there is a dominant nostril, which is kind of cool. I didn't know that for a long time, but when I started to learn about it, I was like, wow, that really makes sense. And I started to pay attention, like, yeah, at night, my right nostril is actually kind of stuffed up. And in the day, my left nostril is kind of stuffed, or my right nostril is kind of stuffed up. So the left nostril is about the parasympathetic, the relaxation response, the um, chill factor. And the right nostril is more about being active. It's more about this go time. And it's about alertness. And they also, each of them has an effect on the hemispheres of the brain, the left and right hemispheres of the brain. So the breathing through the left nostril is associated with, it's called the Ida, the nadi, which ends at the left nostril. And they're talking about, when they, in yogic science, they talk about these 72,000 nerve endings that we have in our system, in our body, which is a lot, right? I talked about it in another video about how if we are really sensitive, we have all that and more, these neuro pathways that give us a lot of opportunities to pick up on our environment, and it can be really overwhelming to the nervous system. And so these nerve endings all terminate right here at the tip of the nose, the Ida and the Pingala. And so the nadi on the left nostril, as I mentioned, it is the cleansing energy, it's the moon energy, cooling, receptive. It has to do with calmness and empathy and sensitivity and synthesis. So when you're finding yourself in a very stressful situation, you need to calm the fuck down. I know it sounds kind of weird to just like, okay, everything's falling down around me and just gonna drop into left nostril breathing. You can always excuse yourself and go to the toilet and sit on the toilet and do this. It's amazing. I've done it. Believe me. When I was teaching Kundalini yoga in the treatment center, and it was, folks would come into the classroom or the group room and be all really, really high up here because of whatever was going on. And as soon as, right after we dropped into that space, the whole room was just peace and blissed out. It was pretty cool to watch. So breathing through the right nostril, the Pingala, ends right here. And it is about the nurturing energy. So nurturing yourself, the sun energy, warming, projective, vigor, alertness, willpower, concentration, readiness for action. So if you're about to go into an exam at school, or you have a big day ahead of you where you need a lot of concentration, the right nostril breathing. Yes, you want to drop into that. That's good stuff. So these are the things that we're going to practice today, along with fire Breath of fire. Breath of fire is has a couple of precautions, and one of them is if you are pregnant and you're past your 40th day of pregnancy, then I would say do long deep breathing instead. If you are in your first 3 days of your menses or the heaviest part of your menses, then do long deep breathing instead. It could really irritate your womb and create more of that, more of that prana. So we're going to start with the left nostril breathing. And as you sit in easy pose, which again is that crisscross applesauce, your spine is nice and long and straight, your chin is tucked in a little bit, and you're going to take your right hand and your thumb is flat here. And if your thumb is not available, you can use your finger, just like that. Thumb, finger, the back of your arm, whatever you want. But we're going to, for this sake of the way it was taught, you're going to press your thumb into your right nostril. Fingers are straight up. You see that there? And your other hand is going to be in Gyan Mudra. Gyan Mudra is connecting the Jupiter finger to the thumb energy. So Jupiter and thumb energy, closing the circuit. I'll place that right here. And you can have an open and receiving mudra, or a closed mudra, or a grounding mudra here. I'm going to do some grounding mudra, and we're going to do about 3 minutes of this long, deep breathing through our left nostril. I'm going to set the timer. Hello, timer. Oh, I don't want 3 hours. Okay, loves, let's start. Inhale. And you might notice that your left nostril is a little bit clogged, or it might be smooth sailing. Exhale. Long and deep breaths. Keep going. Long, deep breathing. Continue to breathe with me. Inhale deeply. Suspend the breath. Focus your energy at the third eye and expand. Exhale, lower the right arm. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Excuse me. All right, now we're going to move to the, I need to help myself here. We're going to move to the right nostril breathing. We're going to do the same thing on the right hand side, breathing long and deep. On the left hand is going to be flat like this again. Cover your nostril again if you need to use this finger or another finger, your elbow. Can you touch your nose to your elbow? So you're going to cover your left nostril and focus your third eye, your vision on your third eye here. Tuck your chin in just a little bit. Hand is in Gyan Mudra. Long, deep breathing. Inhale. And exhale. Continue like that. This song is called Breathe With Me by Dub Sutra. From the album All Is Love, Love Is All. All is love is all. Just breathe with me. Just breathe with me. Whoop. Keep going. Continue breathing. Bless yourself. Opening up your prana, allowing the energy to flow through your willpower, your ability to make decisions, to be in action, to be response able. Good. Keep it going. Inhale fully. Suspend the breath. Apply Mulband. Exhale fully and relax. Eyes are still closed if that's comfortable for you. Breathe with me. Inhale and exhale. Thank you. It just dawned on me that while I don't own rights to that music, and I make that clear, sometimes the social media platforms will block out the audio on a video. If there's music playing, then I want to make sure that that doesn't happen for you. So I turned it down, even though, man, it's good music. You should get that album. It's really nice. Alternate nostril breathing is what we're going to be doing next. And so it takes a little bit of coordination, which I know you have. with practice, right? And how it starts with one side, inhaling through the left nostril, covering the left nostril, exhaling through the right, inhale through the right. Hold, cover the right, exhale through the left, inhale through the left. Hold, cover, exhale to the right, inhale through the right. Hold, cover, exhale left. Inhale left. Hold, cover, exhale right. Inhale right. Okay, got it? You don't have to be perfect at it, okay? All right. What this does is that it helps to balance out the left and right hemispheres of your brain. So we can access both mutually. All right, I'm going to put the timer on here. All right, let's go. Inhale through the left first. Again, Gya Mudra, receptive or grounding. I'm going to do receptive this time. And inhale up, inhale. Hold, cover, exhale right. Inhale right. Hold, cover, exhale left. Keep going. Inhale left. So you're inhaling and exhaling out of the same nostril before you move on to the next. One more round. Inhale. Exhale. And relax. With your eyes closed, breathe normally. Allow the relaxation to pour over you, your entire body, head to toe. Allow your aura to expand 6 inches, 8 inches, a foot, 2 feet, 3 feet, 8 feet, all directions, into the earth, into the space beneath you, up to the heavens, and all around your physical body. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Okay. Next, we're going to be doing breath of fire. Breath of fire. I'm going to prepare my nose now. We're going to clean out our nose, essentially. And so have your tissue handy. Might loosen up some stuff. Breath of fire is a warming, it is exactly what it says, breath of fire. You're going to be using your abdomen. Again, if you're on your heaviest part of your menses, the heaviest days, or in your first 40 days or last 40, more than 40, if you're pregnant, be careful. Do long, deep breathing instead. Alrighty. And follow your body, follow your intuition. And I'm not a doctor, so do what's good for you. If you have any kind of pulmonary experiences where you have a hard time taking a deep breath or pumping your navel, maybe something's going on in your abdomen, or it just doesn't feel good, then take it easy. Go slower, inhaling and exhaling. Otherwise, this is what it looks like. So let's try this first. Place your one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly, right about your navel. Point. And what you're going to be doing is, take a slight inhale and then exhale as you push in, not push, but you're going to bring your lower abdomen in. And that's going to be on the exhale. So it looks like this. See my hand? It helps if you pant first. So start panting first. Close your mouth. And the inhale and the exhale are exactly the same length. Well, close. They're approximately the same length. So if you find that you're exhaling more, so just doing something like this, that's not breath of fire. You want to do inhale, exhale. But the inhale is expanding your lower abdomen and your exhale is contracting it. So you're doing some diaphragmatic pushing. A pant, okay? But through your nose. All right, so it looks like this. We're going to have our hands in Gyan Mudra, and it looks like this. And so follow along. I'll set the timer. If you don't get it perfect, it's okay. You're doing this. You showed up. You're participating. You're doing the thing. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of us. We freaking showed up. That's awesome. Congratulations. You're loving yourself right this minute in all of your glory. You are perfect and you're enough. Yes. Okay, let's do this. Gyan Mudra. And then you're going to take a slight inhale. Oh, and we'll start the timer. And if you get lightheadedness is not enlightenment. And so if you get a little euphoria, yay. As a former drug user, I like euphoria still, and I'm looking for ways to achieve euphoria without the use of substances. And this is the most wonderful way for me, Kundalini yoga in general, walking, hiking, being with friends, loved ones, good sex, all that is great for euphoria, right? So this is a really simple way for a private practice for you to be able to achieve dopamine release and some balance in your brain and oxygenate your entire system. So needless to say, I love breath of fire. So let's get to it. Alrighty, go ahead and inhale. I'm going to reset this because You get the full benefit. All right, let's go. And remember, you don't have to go as fast as I am. You can go slower. Or you can speed it up. Or you can go super slow. Good. Keep going. Oxygenate. Gift yourself this gift of life. Inhale. Suspend the breath. Apply Mobon. Allow the energy to circulate. Slowly exhale. Breathe normally. Relaxed breathing. Sit quietly. Allow the energy to permeate every cell in your being. Irradiate your love and peace and harmony. Inhale. Exhale. Oh, that was yummy. I feel much better. I was feeling good before, but now I really feel good. Oh, thank you for joining me in that. That was really lovely. Alrighty. I'm going to continue now into our meditation. Relax yourself. Be in harmony with your joy. Continue sitting in this posture. Your hands are still in Gyan Mudra. And I apologize. Go ahead and continue to relax. Close your eyes down. Lie down if you'd like. Be in this relaxed posture. Stay here for a few minutes. I invite you to either stay where you are in your meditative posture, you're seated, or you're welcome to lie down. This is your Savasana, your integration time to integrate the meditation, your experience of breathing, gifting yourself pranayam, your sacred breath. To inhale is to inspire. We perspire and we inspire. Espiritu, right? Alrighty, so enjoy. Relax yourself. I love you, man. Bring yourself back to this now, time, and space. Rub your hands together. Wake up your hemispheres of your brain. I got a little blissed out there for a second and forgot that you might have been laying down and in a blissy state. I was like, yeah, I love you, man. Oh, Lord. Progress, not perfection. These videos won't be perfect, and it's okay, right? I love you, and I know that I can feel your love for sure. So let's finish out this offering with 3 long satnams, or if you want to say a prayer for yourself while I do that, you're welcome to do so. The words are Sat Nam. Sat is truth. Nam is identity. Sat Nam together means the truth is my identity, or my identity is the truth. Alrighty. Place your hands together and your thumbs are in sternal notch. Inhale deeply. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. May you continue your day with your rejuvenated pranayam, your holy breath, your beautiful life with the ability to be genuine to yourself and to honor yourself just as you are, as you are, as you are, as you are right now in this moment. You don't need to change. You don't need to change. The change will happen if it's supposed to. Keep showing up to yourself, keep being true to yourself, keep being honest with yourself. You're the most important person right here, right now. That way you can be of service to others as you take care of yourself. Blessings to you. May you go about your day as a healthy, happy, and holy person. I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye.